Hello, this is Jenny from Black TV, and we're here today with heavy metal band Reality Grey. Got it?
No. You didn't say anything.
I'm talking. Okay. Hi, this is Jenny from Jenny's Real Talk on the Block on LA Talk Radio Channel 1 and iHeartRadio, but we're also Jenny's Real World, I don't know, from Blank TV. We're here with the amazing band Reality Grey from Italy. They are a heavy metal band. We're here to talk to them today about, we're with, I wanted to make sure I get your name right, Anto.
Perfect.
And it's Adabo?
Yes.
Adabo? Okay, I got it. I didn't butcher it too badly. Anto Adabo.
Yes.
He is here from Italy, but he's been staying in the LA area for a little while now, checking out our local scene and seeing what's going on out here. But I know they're here in talks with some major record labels. And I know you just signed with a PR firm. I don't know the name of it. I'm sure maybe we'll find out if you want to disclose that to us. But we're here and we want to find out more about Reality Grey and what's going on with them and what's going to happen in the near future for their career. Hi, Anto. I want to talk to our listeners.
Hi, thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to be here in Los Angeles. I love it here, and I'm super glad to be here with you and talk about my band. I'm very passionate about it, so just ask me everything you want, and I'll be happy to answer your questions about my band. So please go ahead. Yes.
First of all, first question: how long has Reality Grey been a band?
Well, it's a bit. We formed in 2004. So it's 15 years actually. So we were coming from another band. It was like an embryonic band. Was prior Reality Grey. That we had a different kind of music. It was always heavy metal, but it was kind of very different, very alternative metal. And but those were the years about the In Flames came out. And they were very big in Europe. So we decided to do, we wanted to do more and more technical things. So we decided to go ahead and form another band, and we started very focused on what we wanted to do. And we actually, after 1 month, we went in the studio to record a demo tape. Actually, it was a demo CD. Yeah, it was a demo CD. So we started, playing in the area, and a lot of concerts, a lot of passion. People started to follow us. So, and after 15 years, we're still here. So it's amazing.
That's really good. You've been around 14 years. Is it the same lineup, or I'm sure like most bands, you've had, some bands have had changes, especially being around for 15 years. Would you say that you've been, have you had any changes in your lineup?
Yes, unfortunately, we had some changes. Like the core of the band is always the same, like a singer and bass player and me are the same guys from 15 years ago. We changed maybe three drummers and one guitar player because he just moved from where we were living. He went living in Rome, so it was not something bad happened. Just he had to go do his life, and we changed. The guitar player was one of my best friends, Alberto, so he joined 8 years ago actually, so he's part of the band, is maybe more than the other guitar players, so yeah. So, but the basic core of the group is the same, so 15 years.
Just to let you guys know out there, on Blank TV. Anto is the lead guitarist for Reality Grey. Just so you know, like what's going on with him, and as far as the band goes. And what would you say your influences were growing up as far as music goes?
You mean personally?
Yeah.
My personal? Well, that's a hard question because I listened to metal since I was a kid, but also always been listening to like 70s rock, blues, which doesn't necessarily mean that it influenced me like in my music, but as a guitar player, it did. My father is very passionate about 70s music. From I was like 3 years old, maybe 2 years old, I was listening to Rolling Stones, Cream, you know. But as far as the band goes, we were initially influenced by the melodic death metal scene. Yeah, the Swedish death metal.
Oh, okay.
Like In Flames, Dark Tranquility, the Finnish metal bands like Children of Bodom. But that changes over time. In 15 years, you cannot. That's where you start, where you end up doing things. It's a completely different league. So we started to listen to more bands, different kind of music. It's hard for me to put a label on what we do. I like to call it heavy metal, like modern heavy metal. I don't know. Maybe progressive, death metal. I don't know. I mean, whatever people want to call us, it's okay. They call us like in 15 years I've been called like new metal, whatever,
Oh yeah, new metal. We have buddies.
I like new metal, I like it, but I don't see new metal in my music. But
do you incorporate electronic music, or if you incorporate, was that like a DJ, like scratching and stuff like that? Do you have any of that kind of stuff in your music?
No.
Then I wouldn't call you new metal either.
Yeah.
Because that's like a combination of rap and rock, or rap and metal. I wouldn't really call your music that. But we're gonna have the listeners listen to some of the music here in a minute, so they can kind of judge for themselves, basically.
Yeah, I mean, new metal. I mean, we don't have any DJs or rap things. I like new metal, but I don't see new metal in my music. But they called us whatever. I mean, everything from death metal to heavy metal. It's I can see why, because we have a lot of different influences in our music. In one tune can be like super brutal, so the next one can be like clean vocals and guitar solos, very melodic. So as I said, for me it's very hard to put a label on my band. So let the people judge for themselves.
Very true. And now you're about to release soon your second album. What was your first album, and what was it about?
It's gonna be the third album, actually.
Oh, okay, third album. Well,
Yeah.
So what were your first two albums called?
Okay, the first album is from 2006. It's called Darkest Days Are Yet to Come.
Oh, okay.
Which is very influenced from the early melodic death metal scene, Swedish death metal. And the second one is from 2014, and it's called Define Redemption. That's more modern with influence like a band like As I Lay Dying, Unearthed.
Oh, I love them.
Because we played with them, we got influenced by them.
As I Lay Dying is great.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite bands.
Great band.
It's one of my favorite bands. In the middle of this, in 2008, we released an EP. It's called Day Zero, and that's another change in the musicality of the group. And that was very brutal, with some electronic things going on. It wasn't an experiment, I could say, but people loved that. So in this new album, which is called Beneath This Crown, it's going to be released, we don't know yet when, because we're in talks with somebody. And we finally had time to put all what we wanted to have in a record since we started. Even like experimentation with synthesizers and this kind of things. It's nothing crazy, but something we wanted to do for a long time. So we finally got it.
That's good. And so you're about to release the third album. And do you already have a name for that, or is there a working title?
Yeah, actually the album is ready. It's like a new year. The name is Beneath This Crown, and we're in talks with labels and to have a proper release. But I don't know, we're still undecided to make a self-release or to release with a label. It's gotta be a good offer for that. So. Any major labels you've been talking to? I mean, I know you can't really talk about it because it's, until you've signed fully with somebody. I know how the industry works and that you gotta kind of be hush-hush until things are, locked down. But now I heard that you do have a PR firm that you just signed on. Who is that? Can you talk about it? Yeah, we're working with High Road Publicity, and they helped us with the release of our second single, The Void, last March, because Daybreakers and The Void are two singles that are taken from the album. So we decided to release them very early to see how people would react. So High Road Publicity, they helped us with they did a very good job with The Void, so we had a lot of press and a lot of feedback. So about the label, I can't tell you that much because as you said, how it works. But some of those labels that are very metal, we're in talk with them and trying to see if something can be worked out. So that's what I can say.
I know how that goes. And now you do have, I heard that you have a tour coming up, or that's in the works maybe?
Well, it's in the work. Working on a tour in Italy. So actually as soon as I go back, we'll start to do the show right after I go back to Italy in April. So and we have like maybe 4 or 5 gigs still to be confirmed. So some festivals in the summer, and but what our focus, we wanted to come here in the States and tour because we've been asked so many times to come in the States and play, but we tried hard to do, but it was not possible so far. So maybe this year with the new record, it's going to be finally doable for us because we know that our genre of music here is very popular. It's followed, so we want to be part of it. So yeah, we have some shows in Italy and some festival in the summer, and hopefully at the end of the year we're going to come into the States for our first U.S. tour ever.
Well, I know that we would be honored to have you guys play any of our shows. We have some great venues here in LA that we would definitely love to have you play for headline one of our shows. We have a lot of metal bands, and I know they'd want to get on a show like that. So hit us up.
Yeah, sure.
Well, I'd put you at Petey's place in Tarzana though, because it's a bigger stage and better lit. It's just it's nice. Not that I wouldn't put you here. We have a lot of touring bands that come in and play on our shows from overseas or from here in America, so it's always fun. Now
we would love to play everywhere. I mean, we played for 3,000 people and with small venues like this because we love what we do. It doesn't matter if it's like 3,000 people or 30 people. The stage, it's like our second home. So, and when we play, you can clearly tell that we have good fun. We want to communicate with people. We give 100%. As I say every time, when I do a concert with my band, it's like going for an Olympic. We go all sweaty, and because we give 100% for the performance, for the people that are coming to see us.
What are some of the bands that you've played with in the past? Any bigger acts that maybe people would know?
Oh yeah, 2008 we had a tour with Dayside, the death metal band with Glenn Benson. Then with Danish band, I don't know if you know them. They're popular. Eight Sphere. And they're great guys. We had a lot of fun. And we toured with Sick of It All, so hardcore band, Unearth, Municipal Waste,
Municipal Waste.
Municipal Waste. They were nuts.
Yeah.
Those guys are nuts. They're super guys. Really, it's so funny. So it was a great experience because for us, all comes down to learn, from bands that are older than us and they're in the music business longer than us. So you always learn something. And they were super kind. They were kind to us. Sometimes you feel like, oh, maybe they're gonna be jerks. You fear that, because maybe they've been like your heroes for so long time, and you don't know what to expect. But everybody has always been super kind to us, and very grateful to have done, such tours and meeting those guys was great.
What would you say the craziest experience you've had on the road, like when you're touring and stuff? What's one of the most memorable experiences that really stands out in your mind?
Well, for sure, has been our Japan headlining tour. That was in 2014. That was an amazing experience because the culture is completely different. People, they don't speak any English. So it was weird because they wanted to talk to us, but didn't know how to do it. So, and their food is all awesome. Bands that were playing with us, people in Japan are very technical. So they look very younger than they actually are. So you see those, bunch of kids going on stage, you say, those are kids, Then they start to play, and they're like, wow. amazing bands. And people, very, very, very different how they react to concerts. I mean, in between songs, they stay silent. That's weird. I mean, they stay silent. As soon as you start, playing, they go crazy like hell. As soon as the songs finished, they stayed dead silent. That was, we were like, what? The first gig was like, what's going on here? Always different people to play. The typical Japanese just got out of work with ties and suitcase. They come to see us playing. The death metal show, the brutal death metal show. That was great. Never happened to us actually. So yeah, Japan. The most memorable for us, for sure.
Have you had any really crazy experiences where, like things got broken in a hotel room?
No. We're not...
Don't lie.
No, I'm not lying. We're good guys. We're not Motley Crue in the 80s,
I got
smashing TVs from,
right. Throwing a TV out the window, that kind of thing.
No. We're good guys,
Responsible types.
We're responsible, really responsible, yes. Yeah. So we never got the band broken. Now that I'm thinking, we were really lucky. So, yeah.
What are some of the countries that you've toured through, that you've gone through?
Well, we played Italy, we played Belgium, Holland, that kind of Czech Republic.
Oh, that would have been interesting.
We would like to go to Northern Europe, like Sweden and those kind of things. Metal there is very big. So, well, but we never had the chance to do it. But who knows? Maybe with this record, something's gonna change. You know? And probably we will. If we would like to go there, like Sweden and Finland, to play. Because Germany as well. Germany is the metal place for everybody. You know, all the metal guys. You know, the scene is big there. They treat you like properly. You know, like a musician. So yeah, we just need to be here in the States. So.
Well, we got to make that happen, you know. And I think it could happen very soon. You know, you guys have already been over here. You know, once you get signed with a record label, I'm sure it'll happen pretty fast. Once you get on with somebody over here, I think it'll go pretty quickly. What would you say your favorite country was to play in?
Well, Italy, where we live,
right?
It's great. It's great for concert. We have, especially where we're from the south, from the south of Italy. We have a big scene, and easily there's like 300 people, 400 people for a local show. So we have big venues. We really like to play at home. That's I don't know if it's not the typical thing you might hear from somebody, but I really like playing in my own country, and Japan was good. Japan was great because we didn't know what to expect,
right?
Because we basically don't know. I don't think if you don't go there, you don't really know how it is. So we didn't know what to expect from the fans there. So and they were great. They were singing the lyrics of the songs. So we were like flattered. So yeah, Italy and Japan, my favorite.
Would you guys ever consider going down to like South America, maybe some other places? Like I heard even Africa, metal's kind of starting to become a thing. I don't know. I see a thing on Facebook all the time that says African heavy metal.
Oh yeah?
I don't know what that is, but maybe I should check it out. No, I'm just kidding. Would you ever consider going to other countries? I mean, I know you said Sweden and things like that, like maybe the UK up that way, or maybe even like South America, Latin America. I heard there's a big metal following down through there.
Yeah, we would love to go there, like Argentina, Brazil. I know there's a big following there for metal. It's kind of a new. I don't want to say it's a new thing, but I don't think they get a lot of concerts like we do in Europe and in the States. So I'm sure kids there are like starving for new music. So yeah, if we have an offer, we would consider to go there for sure. Africa, I was watching that dude Sam Dunn with those documentaries. They did like global metal. So he went to Africa and actually the people there are bands there. I didn't know that, so it's crazy. So yeah, we should consider playing everywhere it's possible for us. We need to. We want to make Reality Grey a band that's suitable for everybody. And then we want to go and play for everybody that wants to hear us and watch our performance. So, absolutely. Who
came up with the name Reality Grey? And where did that come from?
Well, actually, that was our first drummer. He came with the name of the band. And we were actually in a rehearsal. I remember this because it's kind of funny. And we were eating pizza. We were, talking about, we didn't have a name. So it was kind of bored that day. It was very bored, and maybe it was like a rainy day. So it was like, I'm so bored today. It's like a gray life, So he said, what? It's like a gray reality, where we live. We can't do anything. There's no future, I said, gray reality, that's a good name. And I said, maybe it sounds better with Reality Grey. So he said, oh, that's it. That's a name. Okay, just like that. We were eating pizza, and thinking about the bad things in the world. So.
I like it, but it sounds morbid at the same time. I don't know. It sounds
Yeah.
really kind of depressing, but no, it's all right. I think it's a good name, though. I mean, it's definitely not a name that anyone else has.
No,
I like that. It's original. It's unique.
thank you.
We like that. And now, as far as the albums go, like, was it a natural progression on your music, on the albums? Like, and who wrote the actual songs on the different albums?
Yeah, the album is sure a natural progression of the other one. But as I said, we had so much time to record the album as exactly how we wanted. So we had time to introduce new things like synthesizers and clean vocals. And, we also did... We always been doing like guitar solos, but this time we put like extra effort on that. So all this it's because we work with a great studio, which is Divergent Studio. It's one of the best studios in Italy, and they're a fan of the band. So they said, "Look, you have all the time you want. Just let's make it this happen." And the album it came out exactly how we wanted. But the songs, well, me and Alberto, the other guitar player, we do the song together. We know that the skeleton of the song on the guitar. We do the arrangements, and then everybody else puts his inputs with lyrics, and the bass player does his parts. But I would say that me and Alberto, we do the 80% of the final song. Yeah.
Okay, and is there any particular subject matter that you guys have talked about in your songs? I mean, is there any kind of any, like meaning to it, like the meaning of the songs?
Yeah. Well, you mean the lyrics?
Yeah.
I personally don't write any lyrics. That's Tommy, our vocalist, and Alberto, the other guitar player, he does lyrics too. So they write in a completely different way. Tommy is more on the personal things, like feelings and personal matters, and while Alberto is more on the social and political things. Like he likes to talk about the problems in the world. So the songs are different vibes, also because of the lyrics, and you can clearly tell from when you listen to a song, you can tell if it's a song about feelings or it's a song about how angry we are. So yeah.
I like that. I like that everybody has something to contribute in the band, that you each have a part to play. Now, here in LA, is it just record labels that you're here talking to, or I heard that there was another aspect, like another part? I know you did PR already. I heard that there was another thing that you guys were out here for, not just the record labels.
Well, yeah, we were talking to some booking agency.
Yes, that's what
Not
it was.
necessarily here in LA, but also in California. So I went to Sacramento to meet with the guys with Artery Recording, Artery Foundation. So we're talking about it, and also I came here because I did my Christmas at home. So then I came back because I had to go to NAMM.
NAMM.
It was one of the best experience I had in my life. Very overwhelming, but it was very helpful for my my band and myself as well, because I had the chance to talk with brands and companies that I was trying to get in touch for so many years. So I finally had the chance to talk with those guys. So.
Now, I saw that you had 3 different companies that you're working with that are sponsors. Now, who are they?
Okay, we are long endorsed by a clothing company from San Diego. It's called Dirtbag.
We all know Dirtbag.
Yeah. John is amazing. Yeah. Actually, I just stumbled into John and NAMM. We couldn't believe it. Like, what are you doing here? And Yeah, I just got endorsed by EMG Pickups,
Nice.
and one of my favorite brand, which is Jackson guitars. I'm a die-hard Jackson player. It's 20 years, and I had the chance to talk with them at Jackson stand, and they were very, very nice to me. So, let's check, let me see your bands, what do you do? And they were like, oh yeah, that's awesome, that's like that. EMG as well. I play EMG pickups. It's probably 20 years as well. When the first time I saw James Hetfield playing those pickups, I said,
yeah.
what are those? They look sick, So, and Tommy EMG, he was super nice to me, and I'm very honored and grateful to be part of the family for both. And so I'm gonna have more things to do with my guitar, with my new guitar. They're gonna send me a guitar. It's very nice. Yeah, I mean, if somebody told me that 20 years ago, you're gonna be endorsed by Jackson, so I would laugh in his face. But it's like a dream come true.
That is amazing. Jackson Guitars, EMG Pickups, and Dirtbag Clothing, man. That's huge. 3 big companies. And also, we're going to wrap this interview up today, but can you tell everybody where they can find you between Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter? And if you have a website or anything like that, just let everybody know so they can check you out on all your social media and your website.
Yeah, we are, of course, we're on Facebook. Just type Reality Gray, and same for Instagram. It's Reality Gray. Just type it, and it's going to pop up. And Twitter as well. We don't use Twitter that much, but we do have it. You can find also our band on Bandcamp. So we have, you can listen to our song and contribute if you want to download it. And we have a YouTube channel. We're kind of active on the YouTube channel. We like to post things. And you just type Reality Gray and just Google it, and it's gonna pop up very soon.
So they can find your videos and your songs on all these different things. Okay, thank you so much today, Anto, for being here and interviewing with us here at the 5-Star Bar in downtown Los Angeles. Thank you. We want to welcome you to our beautiful city of LA, and thank you for being out here. And we appreciate you for doing the interview today.
Thank you for having me.
And on the music end, on Spreaker, I'm going to be playing their songs. We have Daybreakers, The Void, and what was the last one? Reality Gray?
I think it's Deadlock.
Deadlock. Okay. So we're going to be playing 3 songs by them. I'm going to post the link to Facebook here very soon, and you can listen to the songs through that. Obviously, you can't do that on video, but it would be wonderful if someday they did that. But I want to thank you so much for viewing us today on Jenny's Real World for Blank TV. We want to thank Reality Gray for being here with us today.
Thank you.
And we're going to sign out, but I'm going to post the link so you guys can hear the music. All right, peace out. Jenny's Real World on Blank TV. That was our interview with Reality Grey. We just played those songs, Daybreakers, The Void, and Deadlock. I hope you guys enjoyed the music, and we'll be back very soon with more interviews. And we're out. Jenny out.